wherever in California so we could see him regularly. But Hunter chose New Mexico and played for the much loved Gary Colson. Have you ever met anybody that didn't love Gary Colson? Wow, what a coach, what a great guy, what a godly man, what a friend to so many of us. And then one day, an athletic director got rid of him, shocked everybody because he had just won 25 games. Should have gone to the NCAA tournament. They should have given him a raise. But this knucklehead athletic director said, we don't need him anymore. So we brought somebody else. Ridiculous story. I'll tell you that story someday. But Hunter was a fascinating athlete. And man, when he came down the ramp, people roared for Hunter Greene. When he made one of those exciting steals, it was like thunder in the pit, loud, and he made it happen. And there were a few jumpers comparable to the likes of Hunter Greene. Team player, athlete, academic, all-America kind of guy, you know. And after graduation, he stayed here. And thank God he did, because he's really contributed to the benefit of many young athletes in our city, just being here. Whoever Hunter says hi to is thrilled. He makes them a better person by who he is right on the spot. Today, Hunter Greene joins us because he just got honored in the New Mexico Sports Hall of Honor. Well, it's not just sports, it's the University of New Mexico Hall of Honor. That's like all over the school. This guy represents because of his character, his academia, just everything. Hunter's with us right now. Is he ready to go? Hunter's with us right now. And we say good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Henry T.
Hunter Greene, there you are.
You're on your bully pulpit. What do they call it? The bully pulpit? Is that what you're on this morning?
You look so young. And it was just not the other day that you were a Lobo, but you look like a Lobo age guy right now. How do you do it?
Hey, let me lace them up. Let's go at it, Henry. I'm ready.
All right. I just bought some new sneakers.
You're going to need them.
Problem, like I tell the challengers, only one problem. What hand do I tie behind my back? You're a much older guy now, but you still look very young. Congratulations. You've been successful in this community, staying here, being a very, very successful businessman. But then I sneak around and I find you in a gymnasium. You can still take it to the hoop.
Henry, first of all, Henry, I am humbled and honored by the award of being inducted into the Hall of Honor for UNM. And, it was never a goal of mine to be inducted or anything like that. Again, I give credit to all my influences and all the relationships I've had. I'm just a product of that. And again, the credit goes to all my teammates, my coaches, Toe Diem. I mean, all the people at the athletic department that kept me well and on the basketball court. So,
well, I know many of those people, but they say you made them what they are today because of your character. And
yeah.
That's a good relationship when you get that, back and forth compliment, But you've had so many thrills, but your children make you really smile. Do you mind talking to me about your children and your family?
I mean, my stepkids, Damian Jenkins, Josh Jenkins, of course. I met them. I was pretty young. My wife was a little bit older than me, and so I learned a lot. I learned how to be a dad, basically with them. And then now I've got three younger daughters. Well, younger. I've got a 27-year-old, which Nina, and then I have a 17-year-old and Grace. And then I have, of course, my little baby who just turned 11 last Thursday, Gia. So yeah, I mean, they're all different, and I'm just proud to be their dad.
My goodness. And you are a dad. I recall you and I have been friends for a long time, and I was your broadcaster for the Lobos, but Josh, I remember him down at San Felipe School.
That's right.
What a
Remember that?
boy. When he was 12 years old, he tore it up.
Yeah.
He ended up going to New Mexico State and on to California, Irvine.
Northridge, right?
Northridge.
Cal State Northridge. Yep.
What a young athlete, smart,
Yep.
student athlete,
Yep.
carried the classroom responsibilities. I got to know Nina real well. I can't believe she's 27 years old. We better back this up here, Hunter.
Henry, we're getting old, man. That's it.
Damn. But see, there you are, smiling, laughing, talking about your children. You have been so good for them. They're stable in personality, accomplishments, academic whizzes, and athletes. Wow.
Yeah. No, I've just been blessed, and I want them to try to live a full life, experience, what athletics has meant to me in my life and has done for me and my family. I think every kid should have an opportunity to participate in some kind of activity, whether it's athletics or school activity. But athletics, I think, is so important, and just the development of a young child.
My goodness. And you know that because you're an authority at it. You've done so well at it. If we were to give you a grade, little report card today would say A+ on children. Business, being a good citizen, gosh, your character is impeccable. It's like the Hunter Greene Admiration Society right now, but those are all the things that you were graded for as they picked this year's Hall of Honor.
Right.
Standing out there in front of that big crowd the other day, you looked like you carried that honor very, very well. What did it feel like?
Well, it's hard for me. It's just I'm not very good at taking compliments, to be honest with you. So and then to reflect, I'm not one to really reflect. I'm always looking forward, looking, past, for tomorrow and setting goals for the future. So it was an exercise. I mean, if you've ever had to sit down and think about writing a speech for a Hall of Honor, I mean, that's an exercise in itself. And you start to realize certain things and, people in your life and the experiences you've had. And so just that process alone, starting that was an exercise, and it was something new to me. And then, of course, I got up there and got a little nervous and a little emotional because I talked about some friends who have passed, but it was fun. I mean, I thought my kids enjoyed it. I think the people there enjoyed it. So we had a good time.
Amen. And if it's okay to mention two other people here, George Scott, one of your teammates, one of your close friends, he was also honored. That's a big deal.
Yeah, I think he got this, I don't know what they call it, service award or award of excellence or something like that. So he was also inducted into the Hall of Honor.
And also in the same present, a different honor, the Ring of Honor, was a close friend of yours, Dontrell Moore. What a great guy. Man, was he good.
He was, and he's very deserving. I mean, I'm telling you, he should have gotten it a long time ago. But Dontrell Moore is very well deserving of that. And like you said, as an ambassador of UNM, he has done a great job representing not only himself and his family, but the University of New Mexico.
Wow. And he's from Roswell.
Right, exactly.
Man.
Hometown. That's right. He's from the state of New Mexico.
In high school, they used to fly him around in the saucer with this little green guy at the steering wheel. I always wanted to find that little pilot of that saucer so I could have an exclusive interview. Help me with that. You got connections in Roswell.
No, I'm going to hit him up till later today. I'm going to ask him about that. Can we borrow his saucer? We want to go out tonight. We want to use the saucer.
Yeah, let's go on a tour. Yeah, they took around the country on recruiting trips all the way to Notre Dame, I understand. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no,
I
he
haven't
was recruited
heard.
by a lot of colleges. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh,
hundreds of colleges. Yeah, we were lucky to have him, and he's just a stand-up guy, you know.
you know, like him, you had a similar bringing up. Your mom was a big star in your life. Do you mind sharing that story quickly?
Well, I mean, my mom was a single mom, raised 4 kids by herself. She had 4 kids by the time she was 24, and although she wasn't perfect, she afforded us the opportunity for us to follow our dreams, give us opportunities. And that's all you can ask for from your parents. They don't owe us anything. And so she did the best she could. And she was able to get us, me and my brother and my sisters, 2 sisters, opportunities just to succeed and follow our dreams.
Wow. You know, I see when I drive around town, I see older women at a bus stop. They're making big sacrifices for their kids. You
Yes.
know, maybe they have 2 jobs and they're going downtown. They live in the Northeast Heights or vice versa. And they're in a bus and it's dark at night now. And they have to take that bus. It puts tears in my eyes to see those moms being like your mom and my mom and sacrificing, getting the job done, no excuses, to get home, make dinner for you, and it's dark outside. They wake up early in the morning, they go to the same bus stop, but before they go, they make you breakfast, your lunch for school. Man.
Yeah, you wonder how they did it, Henry. How did they do it? How did they make and it wasn't like it is today. We just hit a drive-through and we feed our family. I mean, they made meals. I mean, we had dinner every night. And oh man, how'd they pull off Christmas? You know what I mean? Like, how'd you get those gifts under the tree when you didn't have it? And I realized later on they had this thing called credit cards that came in in the 70s, and my mom used them and she maxed them out. So, but you wonder how they were able to do it and the sacrifices. And so, it's you look back and you say, man, that's why I'm able to be where I am today. And so how can I send that elevator back down? How can I help someone else achieve and follow their dreams?
Wow. Did you ever have that deep conversation with your mom where they were reluctant? They never let you miss anything. You never missed a meal. If you had to pay a little extra tuition at school or buy something that was team oriented, she always figured a way to get you through that situation and hid the entire thing from you and probably never told you what kind of sacrifice she had to go through to make you happy that day. It's an amazing.
Oh, no,
How did
no,
that
no,
motivate you to be the star that you were?
no. I mean, I'm sure there's some secrets there, Henry, that as kids, you never know how they were able to make that happen. But like I said, she was able to make it happen. And that's all you can ask for. I mean, and know that there were sacrifices and we were able to get it done. And I'm just fortunate. And so I have to, pay it forward myself. And that's all I could think of is how can you pay them? Well, you pay them by paying it forward.
Yeah. You needed shoes to play in the game. Mom, I need shoes by the game on Saturday. And she went out and figured it out for her
Yep.
son Hunter.
That's it.
That touched your heart even to this day?
That's it. No, it is. It does. But no, I mean, Henry, it's life, and you keep moving forward, and you just hope for the best. And there's a lot of parents out there, not just mothers, but fathers that make the sacrifices for their kids. And although I didn't have a father in my life, I had a lot of men who, like I said, were relationships. I'm a product of relationships that molded and shaped me and directed me and said, hey, no, you need to do this and you need to do that. And don't go over there, stay out of that trouble, whatever it was. It helped me. It got me, it got me an opportunity, afforded me opportunity to get a scholarship, to play for university, to to become the man I am today.
Wow. What a story. I see that when you and Nina are together. She's a lovely lady, athletic. Her personality is electric like yours. And I've got to know her over the years. Every time I see her, I see even more happiness.
Yeah.
Is that amazing? So
Yeah.
she's out there in her little world doing what you did in your little world. And I love seeing it, Hunter. Way to go, man. This honor, though, is one for the ages. This is one that'll stay up on the wall. Hey, there's Hunter Greene. I knew him. Wow, what a star on and off the court. The stories that are told about you, and I want to let you in, they're all about your character. And then secondly, what a player. Oh my goodness. I told that story about Jerry West and Gary Colson and the reason you came out here. And that warms people's heart because they know your character. My own son, you taught him how to be a player. I can actually say Hunter Greene at the pit told my son, Aaron, hold the ball like this, shoot it like this. And he learned by your instruction. And he became a pretty good athlete thanks to Hunter Greene. So I'm indebted to you, Hunter. That's a great story to me.
Yeah. Now, Colson means a lot to me. I mean, Colson brought me here. I always say Colson in the pit is what brought me here, but it's the people here that kept me here in Albuquerque. I mean, we have a great community, a lot of great people here, all different walks of life. And I mean, I just can't tell you, but yeah, as an athlete, you don't really know who you're influencing or whose lives you might impact. Like you say, Aaron, he was watching me, and just like me as a little boy, watching Magic Johnson or Michael Cooper, and you go, man, and you lace your shoes up, you pull your socks up like Coop did all the way to your kneecaps. And I mean, little things like that, kids are watching and they are influenced. And so I'm just happy that I was able to make a difference in a lot of young lives as well.
Hunter, you speak today like such a young, motivated man. You've done well in your private business. You have to be ethical. You have to be educated. You self-disciplined yourself to being, this people of the business world. You did that. You did it well. There's some young people watching you right now. How do you accomplish the academic mandates and take that further after graduation as you have?
It's a different time right now, Henry. And I think the young kids today have other challenges, and I think one of them is really dealing with social media and how to manage that, how to manage your time as you look at the watch and know that I have a meeting after but how to manage your time. I mean, because I think so many kids today waste a lot of time. They waste a lot of time, whether it's social media wasted or just hanging around saying I'm bored. Well, there's so much more that they can do and they just need to be directed. But and I try to tell my kids today the same thing, is that I think they waste a lot of time. And it's so we didn't have all those distractions. I mean, yeah, there was TV, maybe it was black and white, then it became color, but now they've got 300 channels on TV. They've got social media. They've got so many other distractions. I think they lose out on a lot because they're distracted with those things versus, chasing their dreams, working on their craft, and I think they get kind of confused about fame and being famous versus being someone who's got a skill or something that they can offer. And I always tell my young girls now today, I said, people, they pay you for what you know. They're not going to pay you for looking pretty, and maybe there are people like Kim Kardashian or whoever, but they pay you for what you know. And so I try to tell them and instill in them that, time is valuable and don't waste it. So.
Okay, real quick, we have 7 minutes. The Lobo you were, watch you anticipate, steal the ball. You're fast, quick as a I mean, quicker than an alley cat. Let's put it that way. The crowd would be electrified, and you take it and leap high. And Hunter Greene, which just doesn't lightly put it in the hoop. It was the grand slam from Hunter Greene. Give me a moment to just tell us about the thrill of playing Division I basketball in the famous pit with Lobos on your chest.
You know, that's a good question, Henry, because, you know, that is a special, a magical time for me, having been able to play alongside my buddy Kelvin Scarborough, Mike Winters, you know, my teammates, the energy, the magic that was created by the fans that propelled us to want to give the effort and to be able to play at that high level. It's just amazing. I don't think there's very many arenas across the country that give you that feeling. I mean, as a visitor to an arena, I've been to, you know, BYU, Wyoming, and even down in Las Cruces at times. That was pretty magical too, and UTEP and different places. Nothing like the pit. Nothing like the pit. So I think just that energy that the fans brought, it came across, and I think it gave us energy. It wanted us to perform at a high level. So it was just a great experience. I can't really describe, and it's just something that's magic. I call it magical. It's a magical moment in that pit.
Wow. And your friend, Kelvin Scarborough, he had the most unique personality of kindness, caring, generosity, and personality that just electrified whoever he was talking to.
That's right.
And he came from a tough neighborhood that I toured, Aaron, my son, and me and Scar down in Washington, D.C. What a tough neighborhood.
Yeah.
I couldn't get out of there fast enough. And then Scar said, Henry, you're in my hood, man. We're going to be cool.
Right.
And they all saw me with Scar, and they said, oh, okay, he's cool. What a friend.
No, Kelvin is, I mean, he made my college experience fun. He made it light. He was caring. He loved to give back to the kids. I mean, he taught me a lot of that. I was all about Hunter Greene when I came to UNM. I was about, you know, getting my game ready, but he took the time to stop and talk to the kids, or go out to the reservations, or go to the schools, and he taught me that, and brought me along for that journey. And I appreciate that, because it enriched my life, and not knowing it at the time, but it did. And that was Kelvin. I mean, Kelvin was selfless. Kelvin didn't care about himself in terms of what he needed. He was always concerned about what other people needed, and almost to a fault, Henry. But man, I miss him. Think about him every day. I mean, we talked every day. I mean, and Scar, I'm going into a meeting. Oh, okay. You know, but he was, you know, I just miss him, Henry. And he was, now he should be in the Hall of Honor before me, before anybody else. He should be in the Hall of Honor. He could be in there for both his athletics and his community involvement, and you know, his service to the community. So I guess that'll be my job. My role now is to try to see how can I get him nominated into the Hall of Honor. So
yeah, even to the New Mexico Sports Hall of Fame, because he accomplished everywhere. Hunter, I'm going to let you go to your meeting. God bless you for filling the airways with your presence today. I'm so just elated to say, yeah, Hunter Greene, the star, the radio commentator. Yeah, I know that guy. How well, Henry? He's a close friend of mine. Just to be able to say that gets me emotional. Thank you,
Henry. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate everything you do for sports in New Mexico and the youth here in our state. Love you, man.
Love you like a brother, Hunter Greene.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Henry,
say hi to all your family, all the kids, and anything I can do for you, call on me. All right.
All right, Henry. Love you.
Buddy.
Bye.
Be careful. Thank you, Hunter Greene. The Hall of Honor, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. What a place to be. You know, we're going to go back in time. I've had so many great friends in my life, and we're going to visit with one right now that has a history of coaching college basketball, D1, at, Fresno State, at Purdue, and Southern Utah. Now I can think of all the places he's been, including the head job at Monsanto High School when he was a high school basketball coach. Jim Thrash, what a man. Same kind of characters we just ran into. So let's go visit Jim Thrash. Let's go way back in the day. Here's my buddy, Jim Thrash. Thank you, Alden. All right, buddy. My clock says 11:30, Jimmy. So I try to time it to my watch. Oh, okay. Oh, good. Beautiful. Hunter Greene is always good. Thank you, Jimmy. When are you going to be at your studio today? I'll be over there about an hour to say hello to you. I'll take you lunch. Where do you want to meet? Oh, no, I'll buy it for you, but where are you? I'll ask you the same question, because do you want me to take lunch to you there? Or you want to meet someplace?